Today I want to talk about all the things that go on outside of Eternal Saga. Everything is still related to the game, but I want to explain the kind of things that go on in the background. So the first thing I need to do is actually compare how the members of each guild how they've done. And what I do is I collect the screenshots of all their data every week. So at the end of a Sunday before reset, I will make sure I take a look at their final result for the whole week. And also every day I am checking to make sure people are doing a good job every day. So this is quite important as a guild leader. After checking, I will chart everything up. So every week I will look at the members and see who's performing and who's not. So I haven't finished doing this week, for instance, so I haven't upgraded it. But I'm trying to make sure overall the guild is performing better. Last week we had a glitch with some members who left or disappeared, and we had some people who actually reduced their ability with regard to the guild. So I think this is it's very interesting to monitor that, and we had some people who really fell out of nowhere, and then we had this one which literally meant that, you know, this kind of damage in terms of the millions, it's just not suitable. So so I had to let some people, I had to consider who to let go, and so I had like 2 members who I had to get rid of, which was, you know, I don't like to do it, but at the same time this really helps to see how the performance is going, especially when you're in a leading guild that is at number 2 at the moment, and considering none of us are whales. Okay, so now that I've calculated everything up for the week, I'm going through the figures, and actually we had someone reach the 100 mark, that's pretty huge. But then again, he only went from 95 to 98 to 100. So in one respect, it was huge when he reached 95. What I do is I actually make certificates for the 3 strongest people. Well, not strongest, it depends on what they're good at per week. And what I'm seeing here is consistency of the increase, so 35 to 39, although there was a drop, but not too much, and to 42. So that's actually some nice consistency. I do value consistency. Of course, this person will already, a lot of these people like him, he would have already been given a certificate. But I'm just looking at new people who have continued to keep jumping up. I mean, this is quite actually, this is actually quite a nice figure, and it's stable and consistent. So I think in the 60s is quite, actually, it's a high amount. So I think I will give this person a certificate. Who else will I look at? There was some I'm looking at. Yeah, I think this one is quite good as well. There's some good increase, but then. Yeah, 85 down to 64, then up to 83. So, yeah, it's quite difficult. But honestly, this one is probably the best of the week, actually. If you see, look at this. It went from 9 up to 10, 12, 21, then 27. I mean, this is a consistent increase week after week. You can see this person has been putting in a lot of effort. So, yeah, I value that a lot. And overall, the totals have been coming up and up and up. And we've had some people leave as well, and of course that has influenced us this week. So I think things next week could really increase. I expect probably a 960 plus. So next up, based on how people did, I am actually making them a certificate. As I said, I only make 3 certificates. So I think what Lawrence did was very good because he reached the 100. He reached the 100s. So for I will say for reaching the 100, reaching the 100 level, and yeah. So I think I'm very impressed. He must have really tried very hard. Yeah. So yeah, great. And now what we have is I've just given it to him in his own. He has his own member area, and we have every member stored here. And I will write to each member. And what we do is we monitor each member to see how they improve. And people actually contribute and write with regard to how they think people can do better. So we do have a kind of family here, and I do think this is very important for improvements as well as other things we do. We give help with every other thing, like from underground cave all the way to guides and whatever, every type of weakness possible. So I do find it fun. It's a lot of learning. Next, I need to keep an eye on all the discords that I'm in charge of. This can actually take some time, and again I will have to go through and see what is happening in all the communities and double check all the guides and double check staff rooms and everything. I've already taken a look, but something new that has come up is the language section with regard to taking on the Japanese forum. This is actually the latest change. So what we're doing is we're actually moving the Japanese community into into our Discord, because the forum for them is closing down. So we're taking them on, and I need to make sure that these guys are happy. So I will be writing to them. Next up, I have to deal with other messages. I have there's a number of people who actually want to join our guilds, and we do have a number of guilds. Like we literally have like on Global 1 we have like 3 to 4 guilds, and so we are quite busy here. I'm considering, so this is the highest CP army, and I'm thinking, what kind of guild is that good for? All our guilds are top 25, but it's a difficult one, so I'm going to have to write a lot of questions and find out more about what this person wants. I think it could be good depending on the type of army, so I'm definitely going to want to see the heroes this person uses, and I want to see the soldiers, and I'm particularly interested in the equipment, so that's where this is going to go. Next up, it's time to hit the Neva Cafe, and I need to make sure if there are any updates, if anything is going on. Nothing new here in terms of time, like the main game, but I like to look at what the chat's about. Global 2 server survivor, so someone's advertising servers and stuff like that. Nothing amazing. Are there no Korean guilds in Global 2? Oh, that's an interesting one. So someone's actually so Koreans are playing Global 2. Global 2 new guild, so there's a new guild in Global 2. So it's interesting. So some Koreans are going into Global 2. This Clover Federation, they're just spamming all the time. Please recommend Awakenings, First Clover, Orc Magicians, Orc Mage and Healer. Sort them out, please. Draw resets. Who will be the next hero? Oh, I might be interested in this question. If it opens. If it doesn't, I'll open it on my phone and answer you. Well, it does. Who will be the next hero? Oh, this is silly, because they say who will be the next hero, but it's probably for their collection. So that's the only problem sometimes with this kind of this kind of thing, this kind of like Korean. I did the basics, who next? Okay, forget that. And so generally then, yeah, I will take a quick look at the questions and see if anything stands out, anything is interesting. Next up, it's time to move to more forums. My next forum will be the Chinese forum, and I will just double check if there's anything any updates, but it seems actually no real updates. So Okay, so this guild is 8 out of 20. So yeah, there's nothing good. I don't. Yeah, they just want you to join line, and that's nothing else. So actually, the Chinese writing, the Chinese guilds are not. I mean, the forum is really dying here. So this is a bit of a problem. So again, if you are Chinese and playing the game, you can open up a forum in our Discord if you want, and yeah, and we can put lots of translations in for announcements. Next, as it's the end of the week, I'm going to do a check of the past week of everything that's been happening in Eternal Saga. First of all, I'll begin in English, and then I will move into Korean. I can get a good idea of what's been happening. It seems like, yeah, in terms of Thailand, maybe the users are increasing, and sometimes it is quite nice to look at the reviews. This kind of review on apple.com, 4.9, 400, actually, it's showing me that people from Thailand are liking this game a lot. And they should, because there's not a kind of like heavy strategy game like this on a phone. So it makes sense to me, but you know, some people generally get angry with updates and angry with things, so I'm quite surprised, and I would like to see more people from Thailand again, like look at joining our Discord, because we do have a language chat. Now this is interesting. Daniel D'Angelo, author at Hardcore Droid, King of the Battlefield, developed by King of the Battlefield, but by South Korean studio, come to us. Eternal Saga Tactics puts players. So this guy's advertising the game, and he did it 7 days ago. I might want to see what he did. And again, there are more things happening here. So there's French as well. Okay, so there's something about French, but I am interested to see what this D'Angelo has said about the game. So I will be looking at that. However, it's a Dungeon of Gods review, so what has that got to do with the game? So I have been... Oh, nope, I've been trolled by D'Angelo. Next, I would like to take a week of image to see image searches, seeing what's going on. Those dice were made by me, so that's from me. Yeah, that's me again. But Eternal Saga Region Tactics new update. This is not me. This Pokemon thing is not me. So quite interested to see if there are new YouTubers. That would be quite nice. That's definitely from Core. Core is also in our Discord. Anything else going on? Anything interesting? Any new pictures whatsoever? What is that? We don't have that picture for Eternal Saga Region Tactics, do we? I need to check that, but that is unusual. What is going on, and what is that about? Nothing. So, generally speaking, yeah, I do get nothing, but you might find something special now and then. That picture isn't even related to the game. But yeah, so anyway, so I'm looking, I always look through, I want to see what's going on, and I do want to see this new YouTuber. I want to see who this is. So this guy only has 11 views on it, and yeah, put it out like a week ago from today, and it's a bit, it must be really a shame. But either way, this person seems very new and doesn't have any doesn't seem to have much going on. Is that a level 11 player? Yeah, so it's nice that they're showing the game, but yeah, I give a like. I mean, but this person doesn't talk or anything, so that's a shame. So yeah, there's a lot of things they can do to improve, but hey, thanks for sharing the game. Next up, okay, it's time to go the sorry, it's COVID stuff. Korean direction. Let's have a look at Korea, and let's not look at everything. Let's have a look at the last week, because as it's the end of the week. So Tap is yeah, I think you can download games on that. Nothing. BBS, that is interesting. I don't know why I don't know what the BBS is, because that's normally something in Taiwan. Special times. So actually, there seems to be things going on. So what I want is a translation of this very page. I want to see it in English. So let's have a look. Announcing the release of Eternal Sword. Yeah, in Korea it's called Eternal Sword. Why a release? You can pack 20 soldiers in one. So it seems like an advert. I wouldn't mind having a look. Black Nintendo. Eternal Darkness. No, so there's a lot of games with Eternal Saga. Eternal Sword. Legion War. What is that? Come to Us Holdings. New Dungeon Labyrinth. Okay, so there seems to be something showing. I don't know what this is, but special times. I'm definitely going to have to look at that. Corpse War. Okay, so they're trying to show a new game. I don't know what this is, but anyway. So I think it is nice to go through this. So any information that I think is really important, market economy. They're gonna. I do want to look at this. I want to know what that's about. I want to know why would the market economy mention this game. What we want to know is like, how is the game doing? Is the game getting better? But with the translation, it's not that easy. So what I'll do is I'll go down and find, is that me economy or something? Me economy, and yeah, let's have a quick look. Is it me economy? Sorry, me economy. Yeah. Okay, so now let's have a quick look at this, see what's going on. So what's happening here is yeah, they have loads of reports about Come to Us, and actually the reports are, you know, they're really looking. They really seem to care about Come to Us as an industry, but no, nothing new. So I will leave that. I did come across some kind of advert for the game about when the Labyrinth opened. The date, however, is a bit older. It's on the 4th of the 21st. What I would like, it's by a reporter, so what I would be interested in is to see when this came out. Did this actually come out before the official update or not? So I would like to compare that. That would be very interesting if they leaked this information out early. That could show that if they think they're going to be doing something big, then I need to be looking. I need to be following this reporter, perhaps, or this newspaper or whatever, and see what's going on. Next, I found a new Korean forum. Well, maybe not a new one, maybe not new to them, but it's quite interesting to see what has this got to do with Eternal Sword in this case. And it seems what it is there's a review, but I don't know why it's up here. So actually the game looks different. So this is actually not even a new review. I'm a bit surprised. It's from 2020, but for it to come up, it's nice to see how it. Yeah, so just so you know, this game actually did come out in 2020 in Korea, but not many people played it back then. They only started playing it in Korea at the beginning of 2021, so we are a bit behind. So keep that in mind. But I'd like to see, did anyone, what made them what made this come up in a recent in the recent clicking? Like nothing. So yeah. So anyway, I just get caught up in this kind of stuff and just always double checking. Next, I'm going to look on the Wiki page for the game, and actually there is a Wiki page in English. You can just probably type Wiki Eternal Saga in YouTube, and you'll probably find a link to it. With regard to any updates, we do have a tier list, but I don't think they updated it. However, if I can see the labyrinth, then I'll get an idea that this has been updated in Korea. It's not necessary. It's not looking great. Let's have a look. So featured heroes, subjective opinion. Okay, Mercedes tier 0. So Tori Shaman. So there's no Natasha. No. So this is a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't even put Aaron at number 3, Sean at number 3. It's a bit weird actually. Yeah, it's behind. So nothing nothing upgraded. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's probably better to go to the FAQ on our Discord. I'll leave the link below. I think I should also add that with regard to the crisis management of lost accounts, we did have a lost account recently, and the person lost it, and it was expected that it could take up to 48 hours. However, the problem took a bit long because it probably began on the weekend, and it actually took 72 hours for this person to get their account back, and we went through the protocols by messaging this person. Also, recently there was something about the arena not existing. If you look underneath the lost accounts, you can see the arena not existing was a problem, and that was a problem between Sunday to Tuesday. In fact, I think they rectified it by Tuesday. I don't think the compensation was impressive, but I do think it would help if you keep writing to support and telling them of any problems. It's so important. So thank you very much if you watched the video. If you ever want to pray to Rick Astley, we have Rick Astley's great temple here. Everything about Rick Astley can be found, and he always blesses the game. No end to Rick's world. Quite amazing, actually. Quite good to use and send to your friends. And I do believe that this is actually the real Rick Astley. I don't think anyone would ever in their right mind write, just keep coming every day and sharing Rick Astley with everybody. So yeah, that is a very good reason to come to the Discord. Club Wisdom 8 over and out.